You're a senile old fool, half-brother. How could you be so reckless? The dragons are your fault!
Your past will destroy you, Abner Tharn.
Did you know I used to be a High Chancellor? No, wait. No, that bit belongs to Abner.
Zumog Foom is stronger than I anticipated. Or perhaps my powers have degraded more than I realized. Either way, you arrived just in time. If I had to listen to my half-sister prattle on for an instant longer, I would have chewed my own arm off. Believe me, it wasn't my intent when I opened the portal. Foom used a siphoning ward of some sort. It redirected my spell and trapped me in that cloud of energy. They're using Cadwell's essence to power their ritual. It's rather ingenious, actually. I really have no idea. Perhaps it was an echo pulled from my deepest, most morose memories. Perhaps not. While I recover my strength, head through the southern door, I sense a culmination of magic. Zumog Foom must be close to completing his ritual.
Five Claw. This one doesn't have much time. Nalado should not be here. This one should be prowling the sand behind the stars and preparing for the next pounce, not lingering in this fetid tomb. Zumog Foom called Nalado back. He planned to use her in a foul ritual, but dead or no, Nalado is still a soldier. His follower never stood a chance. This one sensed something. Decided to wait here a little longer. Nalado thought the cloud of energy reminded her of the strange night adorned in cookware. This one thinks she absorbed the energy when she killed the necromancer and disrupted this part of the ritual. Return it. Perhaps, though that will certainly shred this spirit form. No matter, Nalado no longer belongs in this realm. Tell Queen Carmira and Garashri that Nalado says farewell. Now, prepare yourself, strange knight. This belongs to you.
You really think you can stop me? Neither you nor that bumbling corpse stand a chance!
Corpse? I'll have you know, I'm barely 1/4 cadaver on my mother's side. What's...
Two of you can't exist in the same reality, soul-shriven! The stronger the betrayer becomes, the weaker you will grow. Rise and destroy my minions!
I'm fading away. Oh, jolly good shell. Of course I planned to deal with the orc myself once my reanimation was complete. Now that I'm whole, I have a destiny to fulfill. So, cheerio. I always heard that introspection could be difficult, but meeting yourself. No one likes to discover that they were a tallow catch. Try not to hold it against me. Him and me were two sides of a dented coin. I don't think the world can handle more than one Cadwell at a time. My essence, I feel it draining away. Strange as the end approaches, so does clarity. You will try to stop him for me, won't you? Finish what I started a long, long time ago. I remember how we stopped the dragons. Quinzari and we tricked Count Gronti, used his own ambition against him, convinced him to place a portion of his power in Jode's core. Count Gronti ordered his brothers to follow suit. Once weakened, we were able to trap them in the halls of Colossus. Then the betrayer, then I killed Quinzari. I earned that name. I planned to steal the power, but Anequina's adepts... I'm still here. Chimera. She looks like Anequina. So pretty. Anequina possessed a key to a special place. That's where I learned to use portals. Luckily, they cut off my head and dismembered me before I could reach Jode's core. I guess you have to chop him up again. Tell Chimera she has the key, and look out so that will honor the good steed.
Could that be the key to using the dragon horn?
The same notion occurred to me, Queen Chimera.
Wait, here comes Tarn and the others. Five Claw, talk to me. I am happy to see you and the others, Five Claw, and I'm eager to hear what happened. Wait, Where is Cadwell? That does not bode well. The betrayer of Kunzari was a great hero who became a terrible villain. It took all the remaining champions and the moon priests of Anequina to stop him. But how does the betrayer's return help the dragons? A special place? That does not give us a lot of information to go on, Five Claw. Did Cadwell tell you anything else before he disappeared? The ancient legends. I have been studying them. They mention Jode's core, a vault of some kind. Kunzari tricked the demons into storing their power there, though now we know that the demons were dragons. A metaphor, yes? As for a key... Everyone, meet in the royal study. I have something to show you. Cadwell spoke of Anequina, one of Kunzari's champions. He mentioned a key. I think he meant my pendant.
Zamalak remembers. Your mother wore it before you. Does it have more than sentimental significance?
It hides me from magical detection. Mother would take my pendant in her hand and whisper, "When Kunzari smiled, Anequina asked the moons to move for him."
The Shadow Dance Temple ruins? Is that where the betrayer has gone?
I discovered as a young girl that the pendant and this ancient map interact in interesting ways. I learned the stories of Kunzari from my mother. Did I tell you she was a moon singer before she married my father? She said the pendant once belonged to Anequina. I am related to Anequina. Direct descendant, according to the moon priests. An ancient ruin. The place was once the Shadow Dance Temple, but now it is nothing but tumbled stones. Still, Cadwell indicated the pendant was the key to finding the betrayer. What else do we have to go on? Yes, from Kunzari's story. He tricked the demons into giving him their power. Then Anequina moved the moon so he could store the power in Jode's core for safekeeping. Of course, now we know the demons of the story were actually the dragons. In their weakened state, Kunzari was able to trick the dragons and trap them in the halls of Colossus. But one of his companions betrayed him, stabbed him in the back, and went to the place of the Dark Dance to steal the demon power. I think you are right, Five Claw. The betrayer must want to finish what he started in the ancient time. But the dragons also want that power. Are they working together? Either way, we need to get to the temple ruins. As we saw on the map, the ruins lie in the foothills east of the Scar, between Orcrest and the town of Hakoshe. We will meet you there.
We need to send your Cygnus irregulars to the Moongate, Prefect Kalo.
Agreed. We've been practicing in anticipation of joining forces for more than a year.
A year? But a year ago we were still enemies.
Perhaps. But I always knew we'd wind up fighting the Araxians side by side someday.
Chimera's waiting for you inside. If the dragon circling overhead spots us, I'll try to drive it off.
Zamorak will assist.
Yes, I'm sure your fists will make all the difference.
If there is more to this ancient temple, I do not see a way to access it. This is the right place. I can sense it. But nothing in this chamber looks like it can make the moons move, or open a path to Joan or Jode. What are we missing, Fiveclaw? And Riddlethar knows I have tried everything I can think of. I held it out, I presented it forcefully, I even shook it vigorously, but nothing happened. I do not know what else to do. My memories and the Kunzari stories, everything jumbles together. Too much research has crowded my mind. Wait, maybe... I remember one thing Mother used to say. Maybe if I repeat her words while I hold the pendant. When an Equina's blood calls, the shadow dance begins.
By the moons, you opened the path.
You go ahead. Zamorak and I will deal with the dragon outside. Somehow.
Moons watch over you. Come, Fiveclaw. Let us see where this leads. Beautiful. Why was this hidden for so long? This place has guardians, it seems, but they could not stop the betrayer. Betrayer sent. He came this way. That relic. See what you can make of it, Fiveclaw. The spirits awakened. The temple recognized me. I am becoming attuned.
Kunzari's Krajun. Why are you doing this?
I want what Kunzari hid away, and I hate to use the moons to reach it. If a few cats must die along the way, what of it?
You're insane!
You talk to your new god like that? Manners!
Another temple relic. Activate it for me, Five Claw. The temple relic, Five Claw. Activate it so the process of attunement can continue. The temple showed us the ancient past. After the betrayer killed Kunzari and came to this holy place, he killed the moon priest to force his attunement. The voices of Joan and Jode grow dim. Activate the relic now, please. I need to do this properly. When Anequina performed her attunement, Kunzari accompanied her and activated the relics. The temple identifies me as Anequina, so you must be Kunzari. Somewhere ahead of us, on his way to the temple sanctuary to make the moons move. I need to finish my attunement before we face him. So, please, Five Claw, let us get on with it. Moving the moons causes an eclipse. That opens the way to Jode's core.
It's almost a shame how Inequina's faithful keep throwing themselves at my blade. Almost.
Temple relic. There it is. Activate it, please. Now, we need to reach the temple sanctuary. Wait, my friend. Let us talk before we confront the betrayer. The ancient memories become clearer in my mind with every passing moment. We follow the same path as the heroes of legend. Kunzari, Anequina, the betrayer, they all walked these steps to reach Jode's core. I see the truth of the myths and legends. Kunzari tricked Calgrontiid into storing the might of the dragons in Jode's core. Then, the heroes of the Krajund lured them into the halls of Colossus and sealed the doors. Yes, he murdered Kunzari and then came to this temple to gain the power to move the moons and open the way to Jode's core. You see, the path only appears at the moon gate of Anequina when the moons are aligned, as in an eclipse. True, but many died before they lopped off his head. The betrayer was the greatest warrior of his day. If it comes to a battle, it will not be an easy one. There is an apparatus in the sanctuary, linked to the larger moon gate. That is what we seek. We are about to enter the place where the betrayer faced his greatest failure. Where he died at the hands of the remaining heroes and moon priests. We must make sure history repeats itself. The shade of Anequina darkens with rage whenever I think about him. Even before his betrayal, she detested the man. He was vain, proud, a great sword fighter, but full of ego and hubris. Perhaps that is his weakness, his pride.